here. I've never been to Pune, but I am from India. I'm really happy to be addressing the developer community in India. And another thing was I wanted to say is you all are champions because this is a Saturday morning for you, and you could have slept in a bit or you could have watched TV. There's heaps of things you could have done, but you decided to wake up and log into Teams to learn and build something along with these amazing community leaders. So I think that itself is the big thing, and that's massively impressive. So today I'm hopefully going to let you know what the benefits of, or the why question of why you're here, why are we building apps, why are we focusing on Microsoft Teams, and that's exactly what I want to do because this year we started off like we had celebrations. Probably some of us had celebration for a New Year. We were so happy. We were looking forward to the year. It was like I remembered. Probably I put in my Instagram like, "Oh, this is my year. This is going to be awesome and stuff." But things didn't work out the way we thought it would. Nobody in this entire world knew what was in store for us. And now it's October. We have reached almost at the end of the year, and it is amazing to see that we have not lost hope. Like we're still hanging on to that one bit of hope that we will someday come out of this. And this is also the year when everything became virtual. I remember I was awarded Microsoft MVP early this year, and it was around the same time MVP Summit was announced. So the dates were there, and MVP Summit is like a big deal for MVPs. And I was really disappointed because I think my award came like 2 weeks before the MVP Summit, and I couldn't really work it out, the travel plans to go to US and everything. So I was really disappointed, and at some point I did let my community manager know that hey, I'm not coming, so we can cancel the booking and stuff. And I was so disappointed. And then COVID happened. I'm not saying this is a good thing that COVID happened, but there was a tiny bit of like a silver lining in the cloud that we all found, that is virtual conferences and having that kind of inclusiveness where we could I'm from Australia, I could be in India and present to you. There are speakers in India who are giving sessions in America and Europe. We had proctors, even people like Nandeep, and all the speakers you see here, they all helped out throughout the events that happened across different time zones. So we are now dependent on technology and applications more than ever. And the world has come into a small space for everyone to take part. And that is why boot camps like this are important. And I'll tell you why. Because it is not just the huge corporates who are using the productivity suits like Microsoft 365 and its app, and it's a conversational app like Microsoft Teams. Schools are using it. First line workers are using it. Knowledge workers are using it. They all need this, both small and large companies. So wherever you see people gathering, they're using this to sustain their productivity in a remote world that we have today. Microsoft Teams is used not only for connecting people within an organization, but also to connect with your customers. So you might be having video meetings, you might be having webinars, workshop like these to help people get up to speed with technology. We need these kind of apps in every single scenario we can think of, because the world is now living inside apps like Microsoft Teams. It is used in sports. Like I don't follow NBA. It's a basketball event in America, I guess. It's and I saw this together mode picture for NBA finals for this year, and I saw Barack Obama there, and I was like, oh, wow. So Barack Obama is also using Microsoft Teams. Now, this is amazing because now Microsoft Teams has become a household name. With that kind of popularity, I think with popularity comes opportunity. Now you're here in this workshop. You're going to build apps for Microsoft Teams used across by 77 million users post-pandemic. And this is actually just a very official number. I'm told that it's even more than that. It's around 85 or even hundreds of millions of users. So you are here to grab that opportunity to start building on top of that. You can either build extensions to it, like you can extend the services in Microsoft Teams or Microsoft 365 as a whole. You can create absolutely brand new apps with it. And that is why boot camps like this are so important, because you might be there, you might be doing your thing, whatever you're building for maybe a year or a couple of years. You might be thinking, hey, how do I start building for Teams? And there might be scenarios in your head when you go to a client, when you're meeting as a consultant, you will be, they might be asking you things, because not every product is has everything, right? It has to be extended at some point or the other. You have to have that kind of a setup where you can customize, add few things in to make things more simple for people. What you're doing here is actually a bigger purpose than you actually think about it. Like, you might think that this is just development, coding, and getting things out. No, it's not the case. You are actually helping people. You are helping people or empowering people do their daily jobs. People in, like teachers, students, first line workers like nurses, you have knowledge workers. All these people are empowered with the applications you're building, and you are going to build and extend, not just build, extend contextual applications to make everyone's life a little easier. So that is why you need to get started somewhere. And we have all these amazing speakers, you've got contents where you will walk yourself through, and with the help of these amazing speakers, to go step by step and start your journey with building apps for Teams. And that's why we are here, and that's the whole purpose of, you know, waking up in the morning on a Saturday to come in here and learn things from them. And while I'm here speaking about the importance of why you're here and why you want to build apps in Teams, I would also like to grab your attention to the kind of you know, a red carpet experience that Microsoft itself is trying to build for you, like the documentation. If you have not seen the documentation site that we announced in Ignite, and which is now live, I will take you through that as well to show you the kind of resources we have. We have tools, we have SDKs, we have all that information in one place, and it will probably make more sense to you after this workshop, because you will be traversing through different concepts that are our resources that are already out there. And another point I would like to bring your attention to here is app templates. So before I jump into app templates, maybe I will show you the documentation that I was talking about. So you can go to, just share my screen. You can go to aka dot, let me just do this. So you can go to Teams templates for your templates, but if you want to go to your documentation that I was talking to you about, you can go to aka.ms/teams-doco. So I'll just show you that. aka.ms and Teams doco. So if you go to this link, you can see here, this is the documentation that I'm talking to you about. Now, this is really, really interesting because you don't have to keep searching stuff in Google. And most of the time, the experience that developers are looking for is, you know, where do I have everything in one place? What is that link that I need to bookmark? And I can go to all the different kind of information I need. And this is what we have done from a documentation point of view, because we know your pain. We have developers on board, like myself. We know the pain of getting to things, getting to make an application work. Where do I find all the resources that I need to find? So there are these different, probably different links that you probably would bookmark, but you don't have to do that anymore. You can come in here and you can see everything. You want to get started with something, you want to see the overview of some documentation, you want guides, and the Teams app templates. So this is what I'm going to talk to you in detail about, but I'll just open up the link. Then you also have community help, and towards the end of this, I will show you the different resources you can go to for either whether it's a documentation, whether it's videos, YouTube videos, or even platforms where you can go and ask for help, because this is all fairly new, and everything needs testing, and some of the things would work, some of the things you would need extra help from us. There might be things where you need workaround. So Microsoft itself is putting all its effort into helping people like you, developers like you, to come up to speed with all that's happening with Microsoft Teams, and that's our focus. So you have tools as well to get you started. Some of the tools you might see in these workshops, and other things, you can go ahead and have a look at these little cards as well, so you can go and read about them. So this is a really nice place for a developer to go in and find all that you need for building Teams application. And the app templates that I want to talk to you about are basically production ready sample codes that you can go ahead and own it yourself. So Microsoft has built all these amazing applications in Microsoft Teams, custom applications that you can go ahead and even use it for other purposes. You can go tweak it. You can use it as it is, like it is already working as it is. And there are like around, I think, 30 plus applications. And most of the time when I'm talking to people about Microsoft Teams, they actually don't know that these samples exist. That's the thing. So you might want to go ahead and check these as well, and it might be overwhelming for you to first get started with these applications, and that is why workshops like these that are organized by MVPs around the world help you, because this is where you can start your journey creating applications with people who are already experts on this, like people like who are the speakers today. They're all experts on building these things. They will help you get started, so you don't have to worry and sit behind your computer and think about things, or you could just where am I getting stuck? I don't know how to move from here. These are the actual scenarios when you're developing something new. So here you are actually benefiting from these workshops. You are getting your jump start, and once you have the jump start, you might feel confident. Hey, maybe I'll do something a bit more complex than this. And then you come here, and then you see all these samples, and then you can work out, oh, this is connected to this, oh, that's why this is working this way. And then you can go ahead and look at all these different amazing samples already available for you. And another good thing about these things are, this will change the way you speak to your clients as well. Like your client might be thinking about a particular scenario that they want to probably make it more easier for them, or it's an application for schools where you want to make it a bit more easier for kids or the teachers to do something. So you might not have thought about it because you don't know how you can extend these things or how you can customize or build things on top of it. So this is a good experience for you as well, to understand that, hey, you can go ahead and do these things. You can build apps. You can extend this. So you can go to your client and talk to in confidence. Hey, you might not know what you're going to do first, but you might still think like, hey, maybe this is possible. Maybe this is something that we can do. And you can go back and do the POCs and then come back and say, yeah, this is doable. So this is how we're going to do. So this confidence is also something you will get once you start developing, and that is why again I'm just emphasizing this, how awesome it is, because I'm pretty sure I started developing 13 years back or more, and we didn't have these kind of things before. I mean, when I started off as a .NET developer, we didn't have a community. All we had was Stack Overflow, where you would just post questions, and sometimes you even get replies that are like horrific. But here you have a community, you have people dedicated, spending their afternoons, spending their nights, sometimes spending their weekends to help you out. So seize the moment, seize this opportunity. This is every year, I think this is going to be there. So if you find these kind of workshops, go ahead and sign yourself up. And you can also watch recording if you don't have, like, life happens and you might be busy. You might not want to spend your Saturday afternoon. That's totally fine as well. But sign yourself up so you can get the benefits. You can get the videos and all the information that you need right here. And also another thing I wanted to share was the importance of having the app templates. Like you might think that, oh, why do I need this? Because you see, it's plug and play experience. Like you can actually go ahead and give this to someone and start using it. You can do a deployment with ARM templates where you can just do a button click and it will go ahead and provision things out for you. So all these things are made simplified for you to go ahead and try. Now if you do not try, you would not understand the benefits that this offers. It's also secure because it's open source. It's also from Microsoft, and it's also extendable. You can go ahead and configure it, etc. So go ahead and have a look at this link, aka.ms/teams-templates. You can find all the templates there. We will be adding more and more templates as we would find more people using it. I'm pretty sure one of my favorites here is the company communicator. It's pretty simple, but it's very fun. I've used that in my previous company as well. And the key benefits again is you absolutely don't have to go ahead and do coding to deploy, etc. But feel free to go ahead and upgrade it or make it to suit your requirement. You can customize and brand it. Also, again, reduce manual intervention, so it's pretty easy. And another point I'd like to bring is workshop like this is not just about creating apps or building apps. You can also think of ways where you can bring a solution that you already have hosted somewhere. If you have a backend, then you can wrap it up around and bring it to Teams using a concept of interfaces. And the good thing is all these interfaces that you can see in the screen, they're all covered in this probably all of them are covered in these workshops, like tabs. I saw tabs, bots, messaging extension, task modules. All these are contents that are going to be covered in these 2 days. So you're on the very benefiting side. So all the interfaces that you can think of in Microsoft Teams is already out there, and you can try it out. So that's simply amazing. And the backend is basically where your application is hosted. It can be in Azure, it can be in SharePoint, it can even be the Fusion Dev where you have Power Apps being surfaced in Teams tab. So all these different ideas. I think webhooks is also something that is covered in this session. So yeah, it's amazing to see that all this is coming into place, and you will be in a better advantage after this workshop to be working on some of the niche stuff that's going to be really huge. Moving forward, this is going to be a sort of a norm for people to start using Microsoft Teams, and these kind of applications will always be of prime importance, and even just boost up what you're working on, what your career is, etc. And these are the key resources I would like to say. The documentation, that one place where you find all the resources is actually the Teams documentation, which is aka.ms-teams.co. You can also find a lot of training videos. We are actively publishing videos. You might find videos from these boot camps as well. And you can go to Teams Platform Academy for that, and you can find all the information you need there. If you want to do it in your own pace, you want to follow videos and stuff. You also have white paper, which is basically like a documentation for building Teams app, like a guidance on what are the style guide and everything that you need to know while building an app. You also have an amazing community. I have to say that one of the major plus point of having to in developing stuff for Microsoft 365 is its amazing community, because you're never alone. These people here who are speaking, and whoever is you can yourself become part of this community, and the beauty of it is we always have people to help you. People are always reaching, they're friendly, and I have to vouch for this, because myself, I started my journey with Microsoft and within the community, contributing, and also interacting with these people, collaborating. It's a different experience. You have to be part of it to understand understand the joy it brings. So amazing community. If you've got questions, if you've got any kind of hurdles where you're stuck, this is the place, the right place, and you won't find this kind of at least for personally in my case, I have not found this kind of supportive community in any other space. So thank you so much. My keynote is really short and simple, but you get the idea. You're building something that is our future right now. That is, it's also unfortunate because we are now virtually here. I mean, I would, in a heartbeat, I would love to travel and be there in Pune to meet you guys, but it is unfortunate. But again, look at the silver lining. This is all we can do. We need hope to go further. So take this as an opportunity to grow more in your career and build apps in Microsoft Teams. Thank you.